Hey guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our evening Bitcoin wrap up. So straight over to the charts. So as you can see, we broke through that mid 9,000 line, the 9,500 area. Breakthrough. We wicked through it a couple of times into the zone, break through it. We back tested it, and now we're in the middle of the zone around the 9,300 area. I pretty much would say we're definitely gonna come. Obviously, you can't say definitely in trading, but I think we're gonna at least come down to this 9,200 level again, where we wicked down to before. Possibly play out this range a bit here, before then maybe breaking the 9,000 level and finding some support around this 8,600. That is what I think would be the most likely scenario. But it would be great though if we could find some support around this 9,200 again and work our way back up. But I mean, we've got obviously stochastics coming down. RSI is looking okay on the 4 hour. 12 hour, we've got a crossover here that we can see, which is not the greatest for Bitcoin, because we do seem to follow the 12 hour stokes pretty well. And then daily's actually not looking too bad. But these shorter time frames are looking a bit like they do want to consolidate at least a bit more. So so we'll go over to our range and stop. So yeah, you can see today we've had some nice action basically between the ranges. Some great bot trades as well today. So today we actually turned to short. If you look in the longer term time frame, the last time we were short was when we were all the way down here, which was the 12th of May, so 3 days ago. Well, that's a long time in Bitcoin, isn't it? 3 days ago. But yeah, we've actually turned. Even that was only a small blip, and then we were long again. So let's have a look at what we've got going on. So yeah, we turned to short, but before that, this morning, we actually got a nice buy trade here, which was my first trade of the day. First bot trade, bot entered this, and then we pretty much went straight up to the take profits. So yeah, great trade, great first trade of the day. That also was lucky, it came just before this. We actually flipped to sell in the larger time frame, because if that had gone sell, we wouldn't have been taking long trades, we'd only been taking short trades. But yeah, so that was after yesterday. We had a great buy trade here, which went up, filled some of our take profits, then filled our ladders, then filled the rest of our profits. Then we had a nice buy trade here, which did the same pretty much, filled some of our profits, filled our ladders, and then filled the rest of our profits. And then also, obviously also this one here, you can see was a pretty great trade. So yeah, today we had our buy trade here, which was a great trade, nice profits. I mean, it was a pretty good move. It was a move from 9,500 up to 9,700, so $200 move. So there was plenty of time to get out for some nice profits there. And then we had that first sell trade. So it was a bit unfortunate in the respect that we sold and then we came back up, but we sold, it took some profits. How I actually operate my bot, I have a certain amount will enter at the market, well, not at market, it'll be a limit order or turn to a market order if the market moves, and then it then throws out some ladders as well above the price, so I can then enter if the price does retrace a bit. So my initial position took some profits, and then the ladders got filled, and then it took some profits again. So it was a great trade. And then here we obviously ignored the buy, because we are clearly in the sell zone, and then we actually got another sell here, another sell. It was on this candle, so we got a sell. Again, it took some profits, filled some of the ladders, and took all the profits. So yeah, it was three great trades today. Great buy, and then a great sell, and a great sell. Normally we wouldn't necessarily flip between buys and sells, because as you can see, it was 3 days we've just been in buy mode. So 3 days it's been buy, it's been buy, it's been buy here, it was buy here, it was buy here. So and then also buy here, which is just before the candle. If I show you, buy here before that candle up, and then this is basically on the dot here. So So yeah, it would have triggered as a buy because this was a buy. Yeah, well, it would have triggered at the same time because they're both 15-minute candles that then will close. So yeah, so all in all, great trades with this setup. So yeah, and then also if you're following the range and stop, I haven't been following the range and stop as much recently, just because we've had a bit more volatility. So I mean, you can clearly see we poke out the top, out the bottom. I mean, we didn't really used to see this as much when we're in a more smoother trading market, as you can see around here. But yeah, we're getting a bit more action here. So I'm more just taking the bot trades with the ladders to sort of average out my entry price, and then yeah, average out of the trade into the profits. So yeah, great trades there today. I'm obviously happy with that. Other than that, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So like I said, for this weekend, I think we're probably looking for some consolidation around this zone. I mean, it may even be this whole zone we consolidate in, and then just bounce around these levels. I wouldn't expect we're going to have a massive dump over the weekend, but I then also don't expect we're going to have a massive rally over the weekend either, which is why I'm basically saying I think we'll consolidate. Looks like at the moment we're making that move down to the 9,200. Yeah, pretty much there now, which is it's literally what you never want to say definite. Obviously, it's not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but yeah, I did actually say we're pretty much definitely going to come and test this level, didn't I? But and there we are in the space of the few minutes. But let's face it, we're only $100 or so away from it, weren't we? So yeah, but it is important how we interact with this level, because I mean, if we do break for it, this is this candle, this 12. Oh, we're on a 12-hour here. What am I doing? At 12 hour. Let's have a look at something a bit smaller time frame. Let's look at an hour time frame. But yeah, we've got quite a bit of momentum here. So if we do break through like we are doing, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to stop us getting down basically to the 8,600s. I'm not saying we're going to do it right now in this candle, but unless we basically get back above this 9,200 level, so we've just got a wick underneath. If we start to close candles and consolidate under basically around this 9,150 level, so the zone starts pretty much 9,200 to 1,150. Like I say, we've got the wick now. If we do basically get back above and hold above, then we can still play out this range nicely, and then hopefully break back into the top one, but then maybe later on break through this next level. But what I would probably expect is similar price action to we had here. So we wicked through and came back up, we wicked again, came back up, sort of wicked into it, and then eventually it gives way. So I'm not expecting this now to break down to basically the mid 8,000s, around 8,600 or 700 at the moment. I'm expecting us to get back up. We'll test it with a few wicks first, then see if we've got the momentum to just go back up, or whether we actually do break through, hold, back test it and come down. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't expect us to break it the first pass. So I would expect us to get back above 9,200 and then potentially test, well, around the 9,400 level. That's you know, that's what I expect to happen. But anyway, so not financial advice. Nothing is definite. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.